Hey, what's up everyone? This is K Collections with Onigashima Re-Run. Best Bro Kintoki will return for the 5th time. A relatively old servant, amazing upon release, but now, let's see how good he is nearly 2 years later. As always, I'll break down his stats, skills, give some CE and team recommendations, and my overall opinion on him. Kintoki's attack stats is still the 3rd highest out of all servants, which makes him the 2nd highest out of the berserkers, just below FGO Alter. That makes his HP quite low, 2nd lowest out of the 5 stars berserkers more specifically. NP gaining stats is great, but Kintoki does have low hit counts. So, having such a buster heavy deck with only 2 hits on its art and quick, aside from his skill, Kintoki will struggle in generating NP. With an art buster quick, he can gain about 20% NP. Active skills are very basic. Sadly, he doesn't have any strengthening, so his skills may seem a bit outdated. He has a very high attack boost, which is meant for his NP or for normal Buster Brave chaining. The 50% NP battery is extremely helpful, while natural body isn't too bad. However, with a max of 3k recovery, it can only help him recover from an attack or 2. What he really needs is a guts, maybe some form of star absorption effect as well. His passives aren't that impressive, but it does help with his damage output a bit. Now his Noble Phantasm is as simple as it can get. Single target dishes out massive amounts of damage. The stun can potentially save your life. For CE recommendations, focus on increasing his damage. Black Growl is perfect since Kintoki can potentially one-shot enemies. His recovery skill will help offset the loss of health, but don't expect him to live for too long. If you're scared of him dying, then use Halloween Princess or Heaven's Feel. Now you can always give him starting NP while boosting his attack. That way his Noble Phantasm can be used a lot earlier, giving you a better chance of using the attack before he gets killed. Limited Zero and Brave Hero Ellie again increases his damage. Simple but effective. For team builds, this is a very dedicated buster team that is centered around Kintoki. Biggest risk, however, is that if he dies, you'll need another Buster Servant as replacement, since he is your only damage dealer. Also, Kintoki will have the lowest star weights, meaning the stars you generate won't be used effectively. So, Merlin needs no explanation. He provides everything Kintoki needs. Survivability, attack buffs, a 70% instant NP charge if you use both their skills. This provides the best opportunity to equip Black Growl on Kintoki. I mentioned this before, but Kintoki will not absorb a lot of stars. Him being your only damage dealer really affects your team's offensive capabilities. Leonidas provides protection for Kintoki thanks to his taunts. Any HP he loses can be healed by Merlin, which extends the protection he can provide. The Buster buff is appreciated. Now, the downfall is that Leonidas will be the one to receive majority of the stars, and he isn't known for being an aggressive damage dealer. This is a more offensive team while being able to provide team support. Unlike the first team, without Merlin or Leonidas, Kintoki is more likely to die. The trade-off is that you're no longer reliant on him being your only damage dealer. Honestly, you can mix and match these recommendations. These team builds are meant to give you strategies and ideas of what you can use. Ketz is basically your consistent damage dealer, while Kintoki is more so your burst damage dealer. Thankfully, she can support both roles since she has naturally high star weights and her skills really help with the attack buffs. She has a charisma skill and a 3-turn targetable buster buff with guts, which Kintoki will benefit a lot. Shakespeare can charge either Servant's NP. Since both Kintoki and Ketz possess an NP battery skill, this offers a lot of CE flexibility. A team buster buff will obviously help whenever you NP chain. So, is Kintoki still good? He is for the most part. Kintoki can still deal massive amounts of damage, especially with our current buster supporters, but with no strengthening quest, he does feel a bit outdated. Basically, he's still a glass cannon. One-shot your enemies, hopefully he can do it again before he dies. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is that there's just so many berserkers, 4 stars and 5 stars, that offers more compared to him. Yes, he can still deal a lot more damage than them, but with break bars showing up a lot more now, consistency is far more important than one-shot damage alone. In my opinion, at least, there has to be a balance between the two. 2 things that will make Kintoki an amazing berserker: give him guts and a star absorbing skill. It's been used a lot, I know, but it matches most with his playstyle. So, Kintoki as of now ranks towards the middle. He's better than some 5-star berserkers, but there are some that's better than him. Summon Kintoki if you like him. What's crazy is that he's barely on support, so You can rarely even use him unless you summon him. Special thanks to all my patrons for supporting me. If you want to support my channel, check out my Patreon. What are your thoughts on Kintoki? Does he feel outdated? Is he still the #1 berserker in the game? Let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more FGO content. Follow my Twitter, Instagram, and join my Discord server. All links are in the description. Have an awesome day. Till next time.